You know, up to now, I kept thinking that everything science did was good. My training, I suppose. Now I'm not so sure. Other fellows are thinking, too. You know, John, I think if you were to take a vote right now, the town would be against having the plant come here at all.
Are you certain?
I talked to a lot of people today.
And what are we going to do about it?
Do about it?
Well, sure. If you think a thing is wrong, then you've got to do something about it.
Well, what can we do about it?
I don't know. But that's what we're going to find out.
When the Atomic Energy Act was passed, there was a basic concept included in the passage of the act that the public would have a voice in decisions about the licensing of nuclear facilities. Congress, which originally passed the Atomic Energy Act and originally made this grand bargain with the public to allow the public to be involved in decision-making.
Well, that's not the point of this meeting. The point is to keep the plant from coming here.
Well, that's a kind of a tough proposition, isn't it? You just can't argue with something like the Atomic Energy Commission.
Why not? The Atomic Energy Commission is part of the government. The government is elected to work for us. Seems to me it's our duty as citizens to speak out when they do something we disagree with.
You think that'd get you anywhere?
I don't know. But I'm still going to argue.
The situation we're in now is that right of participation has steadily eroded over time to the point where it's almost disappeared. And it's not good for a democracy when citizens who are used to having a say in decisions about public facilities that affect their health and welfare, the health and welfare of their community and their children and their environment, to have to host a major dangerous facility without any opportunity or any reasonable opportunity to have a say about whether it's being done right. And that's what's happening today. I think it's important for Congress to return to that question and ask that when a facility comes into your neighborhood and you want to raise questions about its effect on public health or the environment, you can go to a hearing and you can raise questions about it and you can get information about it and make up your own mind and try to affect the decision makers about it. That's an element of democracy that is very important in our system. That is not going to be possible with nuclear power in the post-9/11 era.
Just so everyone knows, we're waiting for the security queue to clear out a little bit, and then we'll get started, probably another 2 or 3 minutes. We're here this afternoon to entertain oral limited appearance statements in accordance with Title 10 of the Code of Federal Regulations, Section 2.715A.
This licensing board and the Nuclear Regulatory Commissioners ruled that terrorism and/or acts of malice and insanity do not need to be addressed. This denial is incomprehensible to those of us who live in the shadow of a proposed nuclear waste dump on our coastal bluffs.
It's a mistake to be investing so much money in a technology that must be so secretive.
Well, the current NRC has cut back on public opportunities for involvement. I know that they've cut back on hearing rights and eliminated cross-examination and all sorts of things. Some of this has to do with 9/11, but I think the commission used 9/11 to an extent to just close off access in a lot of other areas where there was no reason to close off access. You know, I just had the experience of attending a hearing on Yucca Mountain in Las Vegas in an NRC building. I mean, it's unbelievable security just to go into a hearing. And there's just something not right about that. Incidentally, once you get in past all the monitors and these big burly guys with guns and everything, they have a sign that says, "Watch your valuables because the doors aren't locked." But that aside, no, there's a problem with nuclear power in that it's treated almost as a sort of a semi-military thing. For example, we have federal preemption. States don't get to decide, have no control over nuclear, at least the safety of nuclear facilities. So they can be cited by people in Washington irrespective of what anybody in the state wants to do. And has a certain sort of, not the most democratic ring to it.
I declare, with all these atomic plants going up everywhere, I wonder if a girl's even safe in her own home. I just hope they know what they're doing. Who's lead?